Warzone is about to change forever. Blackout is back in spirit, and all the old rules are out of the window. No custom loadouts, a completely new weapon system, and high-stakes redeploy mechanics mean that everything you think you know about Warzone is about to be put to the test. Alright, let's get into it. The new mode, Black Ops Royale, is a clear homage to the original Blackout from Black Ops 4, and it launches on Thursday, March 12th at 9 p.m. Pacific time. Now, this is actually going to be about 18 hours later than the Season 2 Reloaded update, but this mode isn't just a playlist update. It's a whole new philosophy. The core loop of Warzone as we know it, earning cash, hitting a buy station, and calling in your custom loadout is completely gone. No loadouts, no Gulag, and no buy stations. This is a massive shift. For years, Warzone experiences have been defined by that race to get that first loadout drop. It created a specific rhythm for every match. Drop in, loot for cash, secure your meta guns, and then the mid-game begins. Black Ops Royale shatters that rhythm entirely. The developers are intentionally trying to break the meta chase that has dominated Warzone, where players feel locked into using only a handful of weapons to stay competitive. The goal here is to reward smart scavenging, active movement, and pure gun skill over just having the right build. You'll drop into the massive new map Avalon with 99 other players and 25 squads. You start with next to nothing, just a pistol and your wits, and from that moment on, your survival is about all that you can find on the ground. Every weapon, every attachment, and every piece of gear, and every perk itself has to be scavenged by your own hands. This makes the early game more intense and unpredictable than ever. You can't lean on your go-to SMG or your favorite long-range assault rifle. You have to use what the map gives you, forcing you to get good with a wider range of weapons and adapt your strategy on the fly. This brings back that raw, improvisational feeling that so many veterans of the original Blackout loved. Something I loved about the original Blackout was the chaos of trying to find out what was best for you that game. It's less about playing the patch notes and more about just playing the game. So the biggest mental adjustment you're going to need to make is learning to thrive without your comfort blanket loadout. This is going to be a shock to the system for many. It's an absolute core of Black Ops Royale's experience though. The entire loot pool has been re-engineered to support this. Your main focus when you drop should be grabbing a weapon immediately and then starting the process of upgrading your entire kit. First, you need to understand the new tiered armor system. You'll find 3 tiers of armor vests on the ground as ground loot. These are persistent upgrades that you keep until you die. A tier 1 vest is a decent start. Tier 2 offers significant boost, and the super rare tier 3 gives you optimal damage protection. You can only, however, pick up a vest that's a higher tier than what you have, so you'll constantly be on the hunt for an upgrade, and this adds a crucial layer to looting. It's not just about finding plates, but about finding a better vest to make those plates count. Next up is your inventory. It's been streamlined, but still needs smart management. You'll be juggling different ammo types for all the weapon classes. You can find armor satchels to carry extra plates, and a must-have for long fights, just like you would in Warzone. The biggest change, however, is how you handle your utility. You can carry 2 different tacticals, 2 lethals, 2 field upgrades, and 2 kill streaks, but you can't carry 2 of the same item. This forces you to make tough calls. Do you have a grappling hook for mobility, or a sensor dart for intel, a frag grenade for flushing out enemies, or a combat axe for that silent takedown? You can't have it all, so every choice matters. And this whole system is built to make looting a continuous, meaningful part of the match, not just a 10-minute chore at the start. Since there are no loadouts, you are always on the hunt for an upgrade. You're looking for better weapons, higher tier vest, or game-changing perks. And this setup actively discourages camping because sitting in one spot means you're falling behind, while squads that are moving, looting, and taking fights are getting stronger. It rewards aggression and map control in a way the old Warzone formula never really did. Now, Black Ops Royale is introducing something new: weapon archetypes. Without the gunsmith, you're going to have to completely relearn how to think about weapons. In Black Ops Royale, you'll find Black Ops 7 weapons come with preset builds called archetypes. There are over 40 archetypes planned, each with a theme like close combat, recon, covert, designed for a specific playstyle. And understanding this system is a key to winning gunfights. So here's how it works. Every weapon you find has a rarity, from common gray to legendary orange. A common weapon has just 1 attachment. By finding and using the attachment kits, special items found on the ground or in chest, you can upgrade the rarity of the weapon you're holding. Each new level of rarity automatically adds another preset attachment to your weapon, following its archetype path. So, an epic purple weapon will have 4 attachments, and a legendary weapon will be fully kitted with 5 attachments. You can even see the weapon's full upgrade path on your HUD, so you know exactly what the gun is building towards, so you can adjust if you don't like that specific archetype. Now, this system is brilliant because it gives you a clear progression path with a single match. You might find a common close quarters combat assault rifle with a basic sight, and as you apply attachment kits, you could gain a stock or faster sprint to fire speed, a laser for better hip fire, a bigger mag, and finally a suppressor, and you're building the weapon on the fly, but along a path curated by the developers. On top of that, weapons gain global class benefits as their rarity increases. For instance, what this means is a rarer assault rifle will get passive buffs to its recoil control and reload speed. A sniper rifle, meanwhile, will see huge improvements to its chambering speed, idle sway, and flinch resistance, making it a true one-shot terror at legendary rarity. For the luckiest players out there, there's one more tier: exotics. These are ultra rare gold weapons. There's only one per match in the high tier loot zones that comes with 8 attachments and unique abilities, and finding one could single-handedly win you the game. Now, as far as redeploying, with no Gulag in Black Ops Royale, how do you get back in the fight? Well, Black Ops Royale uses a multi-layered redeploy system that's all about risk, reward, and squad coordination. Gone are the days of the simple 1v1 for a second chance. Now your life is in your squad's hands. Every player spawns in with one redeploy token. If you get eliminated, that token is automatically used and you'll parachute back into the action for a free respawn. You can find more of these tokens around the map, but you can only hold on to one at a time. And your HUD will even show how many tokens your teammates have, so you always know who's got a safety net and who's on their last life. However, once you're out of tokens, you're relying completely on your team. And this is where the new Redeploy Towers come in. These are high-risk, high-traffic points scattered across Avalon. If you have a teammate who is fully eliminated with no tokens left, your surviving squad members can bite their way to a tower to bring them back. And to activate it, you have to capture the point, just like in a multiplayer mode, and the more teammates on the point, the faster it captures. Once it's yours, your downed squad mates are brought back into the match. These towers are designed to be hotspots for intense mid-game battles. The tower status is public. Blue means it's available, yellow means it's being captured, and gray means it's on a cooldown. So if you see a tower turn yellow, you know an enemy team is there and vulnerable, trying to get a revive. This creates an incredible risk-reward dilemma. Do you push the tower to wipe them for good, or when your team needs you to revive them, are you prepared for the inevitable fight you just invited? The system demands a level of teamwork and strategy that the Gulag never really had, but that's a ton of game-changing info, and if you're finding this guide helpful or getting hyped for this new mode, do me a favor and drop a like on the video. It really helps me out, and if you're new here and want to stay ahead of the curve with all things Warzone, Black Ops Royale, and the upcoming Modern Warfare 4, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future guides. But we still got more to break down. Now that you get the big picture, let's get into the details that will give you an edge. We need to talk about the new consumable perk system, the game-changing equipment, and how to master the new map of Avalon. First, your perks. Forget perk packages. In Black Ops Royale, there are perks that are going to be consumable items that you find as loot. You can hold up to 5 different perks and activate them manually for a temporary boost. They have different durations. For example, you can swap them out on the fly in a situation. And this is a huge strategic shift. For example, when pushing a building, you could pop the awareness perk for a couple of minutes to hear enemy footsteps much more clearly. About to get into a sniper duel? Activate Iron Lung just to give you a chance to hold your breath longer and reduce flinch when shot. Mastering this system means thinking ahead. You're no longer just passively running Ghost, you're actively deciding what to use for a specific advantage. Next, equipment. Because some of the absolute classics are back, the grappling hook is lootable and lets you zip up buildings or even hook onto a vehicle for some wild rotations, but the sensor dart is also back, pinging enemies on the map into a small area, and maybe most importantly, the trauma kit returns as a field upgrade. You do not have manual healing in Black Ops Royale, your healing is automatic. However, using a trauma kit not only heals you to full, but also gives you a temporary bonus hit point, boosting you to a whopping 250 HP, which is a massive advantage in a gunfight. So if you get into a gunfight and you want a quick fix, you can use your field upgrade of the trauma kit and get an extra 100 HP for that gunfight, giving you a chance to completely dominate the enemy. Finally, let's talk Avalon. This is a huge, vibrant, Mediterranean-inspired map that mixes dense urban areas with wide open fields perfect for sniping. The developers have been tweaking the map size specifically for Battle Royale, reducing the amount of deep water and adding sandbars and zip lines to improve the flow of the game. You'll find plenty of vehicles, including the return of the light helicopter to help you get around, and one of the coolest features is the collapse. the new name for the gas circle, which is visualized as a glowing energy wall that changes its closing pattern each match, making sure different parts of the map and the endgame get the spotlight. Learning the key points of interest like the military outpost, coastal security area, and the resorts will be critical. So what's the bottom line? Black Ops Royale isn't a new mode, it is a fundamental shakeup for Warzone. Getting rid of loadouts, adding weapon archetypes, consumable perks, and high-stake redeploys all create a battle royale experience that feels deeper, more strategic, and more rewarding of pure skill than anything we've ever seen in Warzone before. The biggest takeaway is you have to be adaptable. Your ability to win is no longer decided in the gunsmith before the match starts. It's determined by how well you can master the loot on the ground and make smart calls under pressure. If you work with your squad, it will all work out. It's a true return to the Battle Royale fundamentals, and honestly, it might be the best thing to happen to Warzone in years. So let me know in the comments what you think about the massive change. Are you excited for the No Loadout Challenge, or are you going to miss your custom meta builds? I want to hear all of your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay frosty.